here on the steps?
Whole bunch of kids here. So you are?
I'm Matt DeCourcey.
And you're?
I'm the Liberal candidate in this fall's federal election.
I had a phone call.
Yes.
2 weeks ago, and they asked me if I would support Matt DeCourcey, and I said, well, I really have a problem because Justin Trudeau supports C-51. And I have a problem with that. So I have a hard time to support a candidate. Then I said, Mark DeCourcey, there's a protest. And we're talking about kids here. We're talking about the future, the freedom. And I asked Matt, and I told them, I said over the phone, I said, well, if Andy Scott, God bless his soul, would have been the candidate, Andy Scott, he would have won at the protest at City Hall. Like you said, you're going to go door to door that day. So who is Matt? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, I was doing doors that day. I go door to doors just about every day, Charles. And on Bill C-51, you know, right from the very beginning, we worked to try and amend it as best as possible, and we're going to fix all the gaps in the bill once we form government. If we're
how can you trust saying we will fix this after? Why? How come they didn't speak up?
We did speak up. Oh, we spoke up the whole time. We know there's gaps in the bill, but we were the only party who worked to move amendments through that in some way fixed a couple of the gaps. Now there's still lots left, but we'll be there to fix those gaps once we form government. That's been our commitment from the very beginning. And you'll remember in 2001, our party actually had to introduce the first round of anti-terror legislation, but we did it in a much more comprehensive and coordinated manner, making sure that we gave opportunities for committees to hear expert witness testimony, making sure that we put sunset clauses on the bill. And that's the type of leadership that we would instill again. We would never introduce a bill in the manner that the Conservatives did with their majority government, and we worked hard to try and fix it as best we could.
But you're on record to support it.
Oh, we're going to fix it as soon as we form government, and people here can count on me to make sure that the.
How can we trust a politician?
Well, you have to have.
It's nothing personal against you. I'm talking about the whole system there. Okay.
There's been great politicians before, and this community has actually been lucky to have had the experience of Andy Scott, right? And I'll be working hard to try and instill that type of faith back in the political system here in Fredericton.
Are you? No. I mean, there's a lot of people are talking about you, and they're saying like.
Well, we're talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know, but a lot of people are saying that you're not saying much. You're just going like don't want to cause no problem. Why not attend that protest?
I was out knocking on doors that day.
I know that.
I've already been on the record stating with you and with plenty of others that, look, we know as a party.
Why not listen? I'm not cutting you off. Why not listen to the other side? Go to be educated. I have plenty all different people and listen to what, you know.
Oh, I agree, but I get that every single day talking to people, and not just on that, but on a whole range of
Of course, you know what a politician is?
What is it now?
It's a walking psychiatrist.
Yeah.
It listens to everybody's problem. It doesn't do anything about it. That's a politician. That's why you guys should be paid $500,000 a year.
We're going to be working hard, Charles.
You listen to people. Hey, look, but are you listening a lot about Bill? I'm talking too much here. I'm one that I just seen the kids and I said, okay, this is the future, freedom. Hey, isn't it great? Look, there's no advisors to tell you enough is enough, just me and you alone. Hey, this is great. Yeah. So, no, that's good. I hope if you win, that you'll still be alone, that we could have this sort of conversation.
Absolutely. Well, people can count on me to be around and be accessible and available. And I've heard lots of concerns on a whole range of issues, Charles. And I commit that we need to fix the gaps in Bill C-51.
What are you hearing? What's the gaps?
No oversight. Right?
What does that mean?
No oversight. There's no parliamentary oversight. There's no civilian oversight of our security agencies.
No watchdog. Okay.
And we've committed to having all party oversight in the form of a committee, the same as the other five eyes in the alliance. We've talked about implementing sunset clauses as we did in 2001 and allowed those to.
What's that?
That means that we'll review the bill and the elements of enhanced security every 3 years to make sure they're still relevant, and if they're not, then we'll allow them to expire. And we've also said we need to narrow some of the broad definitions in the bill that still allow a little bit too much subjectivity around what can be considered terrorist activity or not. But in saying that, our party was the only party to vote in favor of 4 amendments that the Conservatives finally passed to make the bill at least a slight bit better. And there's still a long ways to go, and we're going to fix the rest of it.
Would you consider me a terrorist?
No.
Would you consider me a pain in the ass?
I think you're an informed
I'm
citizen
laughing.
trying
I'm laughing here.
You know, you're trying to do your best, and a lot of other people are as well.
So can a pain in the ass be labeled as a terrorist?
Shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be.
And they're not. I think people are confused a little bit about what actually is terrorism and what is just subject to regular criminal code articles, as has always been the case. And we've been working hard to make sure that the subjectivity around that is taken away, so that, you know, protests can still occur the way it's always occurred in peaceful forms across this country.
I was cross-examined by the cops yesterday, and now I meet you, so I'm doing good. That's it.